Hello everybody! To celebrate the channel hitting 10,000 subscribers, I decided to make my first Q&A video. I told you all to ask me some questions on the last video, and now I'm here to respond. But before we do that, it's time to announce the winners of the 2 giveaways. Alrighty, for the Steam card, it looks like... Looks like Sherlock, for the Shirliest Cases, is taking the Steam gift card, and for our Apple gift card... It looks like the... Oh god, I can never say your name, dude, I'm so sorry. The Josiah Turner is taking the Apple gift card. Congrats to the winners, and once again, thank you all so much for the support. Let's get going on the Q&A. We're starting off with questions from Frightfurs Marching. What's your plan for Overwatch 2 when it releases? I definitely plan on trying it. Whether I stay long term or not will depend on if the balancing team can get their act together. On a scale of 1 to Doomfist, how much do you dislike Nancy Drew? I would have to rank Nancy Drew as a Genji jumping all over the place. Honestly, the Trail the Twister game I played recently was much more enjoyable than the Castle Malloy one. Overall, I actually like Nancy Drew for the drama and some of the puzzles, but other puzzles like that damn TV one make me want to rip my hair out. Your least favorite type of crowd control in Paladins? I think stuns are the worst. It's the one status effect where you can't do anything once it happens. At least you can outplay slows and cripples with ability usage and game sense. Your favorite Pokemon? Reshiram from Gen 5. Next set of questions coming from some person. Do you have any goals for the future? Of course. When I made my channel, I intended for it to be a variety game channel, and I still want to work towards that goal. Unfortunately, when you're a small channel, the YouTube algorithm will punish you for branching out. But as the channel gets more subs and views, I'll experiment with some new game series. In the meantime, I'm trying to work on myself by being more entertaining so that I can entice my viewers into checking out other video series on my channel. I also want to try my hand at making short SFM animations, but I almost never find the time. And one day, I would love to start a cooking channel. If you could add one Overwatch character to Paladins, who would it be? I could go for the selfish answers like Sim or Sigma, but now that I think about it, I think that Brigitte would be really fun in Paladins. I would love to see another melee-based champ in the game, and Brigitte's kit would translate very well in my opinion. Are there any games you would like to start streaming? Not in the short term, but I would love to give Smite another go once my friend Alex returns from hiatus. If those go over well, I was thinking of making it a weekly or bi-weekly series. In the case of other streams, I am debating on doing a Sims 3 stream before the start of a new Let's Play. The point of those streams would be to get you guys up to speed on what's been happening in the town since the last Let's Play. Almost like a preview to the next series. You guys really enjoyed my recent test stream I did of Sims 3, so I'll just leave a maybe on the possibility of those. To wrap this question up, one day I would love the ability to do random streams where I pick a random game to play, but I don't think those streams would have enough support right now. The problem with streaming on YouTube is that if no one shows up to watch, the stream ends up being a massive waste of time. So that's why I pick my streams very carefully. Maybe in the future as the channel grows, I'll be able to confidently expand my horizons. Next questions coming from Chunwoon 2018B. What Paladins champ do you feel is overrated, and which do you think is underrated? Without a doubt, I think Androxus is overrated. To take it further, I think he should be replaced as the mascot of the game. We have so many cool champion designs in Paladins. Why are we using the generic death edgy character to advertise the game? As for underrated characters, I feel like Atlas is very underrated. He's arguably the most important character to the Paladins lore, and has a super cool and unique kit to play with, yet he's barely picked or talked about. A bit of a specific question. What made you main Amani, and what changes, good or bad, do you think she will get in the future? I initially mained Amani because I found the playstyle of shooting fireballs to be fairly similar to that of Symmetra in Overwatch, who, at the time of Amani's release, was my favorite hero in that game. I remember pissing so many people off by saying that they were similar gameplay-wise. Good times. For changes that I think Amani will get, tough to say. The Paladins devs really like Amani, and I'm so grateful for that. If anything, I could see the Inferno Cannon cooldown going back up to 18 seconds because so many people hate it. If that were to happen, I would hope that they wouldn't touch the Frost Bomb, as that feels fine with its current 15 seconds. Going off of that, I can definitely see the cooling runes and heatsink cards getting toned down. These cooldown cards were already super strong before, and now they're insane with the base cooldowns being shaved off by 3 seconds. Last change I'm thinking they might do is buffing Pyromania, but I'm not sure if the Paladins devs will actually do this because they have a history of ignoring weak talents. Hopefully that's not the case with this one, because right now you are actively putting yourself at a disadvantage if you pick Pyromania over Amani's other 2 talents. Johnny Boy asks, will we ever see more Minecraft videos? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm leaning more towards no in the short term. The Minecraft Let's Play was a weird one. The views started out okay, and then the series just kinda died. Looking back at it, those episodes were way too long. One of them was almost 2 hours if I recall correctly. If I were to do Minecraft again, I would want to keep the episodes under an hour, which poses another problem. That being cutting parts of the video out to stay in the time limit. In case you guys don't know, I don't like cutting parts of my videos out. I feel like it's confusing to keep up as a viewer when the video is constantly jumping around to different scenes. So yeah, tricky one all around. Also, if we were to do Minecraft again, we would have to start all over because the world that we recorded the Let's Play in is gone. Rest in peace to all those prisoners. Next up, we have a few questions from Star Samurai Animation with Quinn. Do you have a job outside of streaming, and if so, what do you do? Right now, I'm currently employed part-time at the Home Depot. My main job is at customer service, where I deal with customers' returns, giving them any orders they placed prior, and helping whenever they have a problem. Which happens all too often. I'm also a backup vault associate, which is kind of like the store's bank person. In that position, I deal with the store's money, making sure it's counted properly, setting up bank deposits, etc. If you could make a new talent for Amani, what would it be? I would actually love to see Pyromania change to be a talent that lets Amani leave fire traps. So that talent would probably look like... hitting a fully charged fireball leaves behind a flame pillar that lasts 5 seconds and deals 100 damage per second. I would also give this talent a tiny internal cooldown so that it can't be spammed. Maybe something like 6 to 8 seconds. With this talent, you have the potential for AoE damage, on top of being able to set traps or deny certain entryways. I'm actually toying with the idea of a talent rework video, so you might hear me talk about this talent again in the future. Marcus asks, what's your favorite Paladins champion other than Amani? Right now, I'm really enjoying Vora and Terminus. Eric asks, how are Stringy and Snowy doing? Rip Simmy. Snowy is doing great. Stringy is being a little fussy with me. He's been losing a few leaves over the past week. The thing that's odd is that his soil moisture is fine, and his other leaves feel fine. He's even getting some new shoots at the top, so I don't know what's going on there. I am keeping an eye on him, so hopefully he'll recover from whatever this is. Would you ever go bald to represent the amazing bald bitch Amani? If it was for a good cause. This brings up a funny story I have, actually. Some high schools in my area do campaigns towards the end of the year, where they shave your head to make wigs for cancer patients. When I was in my freshman year of high school, I decided to grow my hair out long to make a big wig donation for the campaign. I had my hair going a little past my shoulders by the time of the campaign, but the week of, I found out that they shave your whole head and I chickened out. I was under the notion that they just cut it really short. So yeah, I grew my hair out for nothing, and I would probably never grow my hair that long again. Because afterwards, I had the most painful barbershop experience ever. This dude was yanking my hair all over the damn place. After that horrific experience, I avoid going to barbershops and prefer going to salons. But yeah, if it was for a good cause, maybe. Would you ever consider doing Pokemon games in the future? I would love to do a Let's Play of the Gen 5 games. Ideally, I would love to try one of those randomizer Nuzlocke challenges. I'm a bit iffy on Pokemon because I know that Nintendo is really annoying when it comes to music copyright. I think they might have changed their regulations on that though, so I would have to double check. Next question comes from Grover Lemons. I know your main in Paladins is Amani, and I'm 99% sure your main tank is Terminus. Who is your support main, and who is your flank main? At the moment, my support main is Io, and my flank main is Vora. Jetstream asks, are you happy with Sim honestly? No. God, no. If you were in control of the dev team, what changes would you make? Maybe also Evil Mojo's dev team as well. Okay, if I was in charge of the Overwatch dev team, the first thing I would do is fire the balance team and replace them with people who actually know how to balance the game from both a casual and competitive standpoint. Our main priority would be to increase the play rates of the bottom picked heroes, mostly through soft reworks. Next, I would stop this glorifying and worshipping of the Overwatch League. Most Overwatch players do not give a damn about the league, and having it shoved down their throats is annoying. Next, I would just get the team's act together and start making some meaningful new content for the current game. Holding out on Overwatch 1 while working on Overwatch 2 is such a dumb decision from a business standpoint. As for Paladins, I would hire a dedicated team of programmers solely for the purpose of fixing bugs, because it is a joke at this point, the number of bugs Paladins has. Kind of tying into bug fixing, but I would also get the map designers together and try to fix some of the janky maps in the game. Heavy walls and janky corners would be my main priority. And then last up would be to get the team going on some new game modes. It is confirmed that Payload is coming back, but I would personally love to see the team try again with Paladins Battlegrounds. Also, before you say it, Realm Royale isn't the same thing. I got so many comments on that video and it was so infuriating. So yeah, those would be some of my priorities if I was in charge of those game studios. Useless 101 asks, who is your least favorite champion or champion you hate the most? Well, funny enough, I just made a video on that. But I think I'm always gonna hate Strix. Even though they nerfed him, thank God. He's ruined so many games of mine that I always make it a habit to go out of my way to kill him. MGFF asks, well, I saw Apex, so I have to ask, how's the Rampart SFM going? How many Rampart emotes will be in the Discord? Also, would you consider making a how to make Rampart an impactful legend type of video? I actually am planning on making that exact video, and that's the reason as to why I'm trying to get Rampart into SFM. And on that end, it's going. I managed to get an untextured Rampart with broken bones into the program, so progress! Also for emotes, I definitely plan to have at least one, though there's probably going to be more. Juan Ayala asks, if you could give Sim another hero's ability, which one would you choose? Ooh, ability and not weapon. Because ideally I want to throw the photon projector in the garbage. So as for abilities, Sim's main issue is survivability, so something to aid with that. I'm gonna go with Mora's Fade. This would allow Sim to jump in and out of fights easier and would increase her survivability tenfold. Pie Guy and Fries asks, what are your feelings about Overwatch 2 after BlizzCon? I am cautiously optimistic. I'm more concerned about the PvP aspects of the game because I feel like the PvE events will get boring after a while. I like the idea of role passives, and I think that the tank reworks can be a lot of fun if done right. Key phrase being, if done right. It's still the same balancing team, so we'll just have to wait and see. Buckwild asks, I don't watch much of your Sims 3, that's everybody, but just want to know, why Sims 3 instead of 4? I actually already made a video on why I dislike The Sims 4, but to simplify, I'm not going to pay money for an inferior product. The Sims 4 is still lacking so many features from the previous games. Also, I'm not a fan of the mobile game look and the silly Sims. Kaki asks, what's your best rank, and do you want to play more ranked / do a road to master? I'm assuming you're talking about Paladins, but I'll talk about Overwatch as well. In Paladins, my best rank is my current rank, which is Plat 1. In Overwatch, my best rank was Masters in the main competitive mode. Although, I did make it to top 500 in 3v3 Eliminator Season 1, 4v4 Team Deathmatch Season 2, and 6v6 Eliminator in Season 3. As for playing more ranked, I do plan on continuing the ranked streams until I get my Torvald skin. And for Road to Masters, I honestly don't care what my rank is, especially in Paladins with its matchmaking. I've already been matched against Masters players in my Platinum lobbies. Command Penguin asks, what other champions would you consider making guides on other than Amani? Well, the first question is if I even want to make another guide. That Amani guide took so damn long to make, and I feel like the payout wasn't totally worth it. I'm still so proud of those videos though. Sorry, back to the actual question. I just got my Terminus at level 50, so I'm debating on doing a guide on him. If I were to do a Terminus guide, I would add it to my side projects list, aka you wouldn't see it for a while. As of right now, my current side projects are getting Rampart into SFM. If that's successful, then I want to get Rampart into Left 4 Dead 2 to replace Symmetra. Then I gotta finish updating all my Left 4 Dead 2 voice lines for 6 characters. And then I would start work on a Terminus guide. Norman Wolf asks, did you ever have a pet? Unfortunately, no. The closest I got to that was my father's hunting dogs. Smarties asks, what is your favorite game? My favorite game has to go to The Sims 3. I love how there's so much to do, and the sandbox environment is great for making your own challenges and stories. Nightly Mold 498 asks, what's your favorite Amani bug? Macarena. Leon, Scion of House Ico asks, I've watched so many of your old Overwatch Symmetra videos, and it was really fun to watch. Do you think you'll be playing more Overwatch? First off, I'm happy you enjoyed the videos. As for playing Overwatch right now, I don't plan on giving the game a try until they buff Symmetra. And I'm talking about an impactful buff, not a little pity nudge to shut the sim mains up. OnlyBro55 asks, before the YellowNinja channel, did you have any other YouTube channels? Technically, yes. Up until 2017, this channel used to be called CP Lego 1. As the name implies, I started off uploading Club Penguin and Lego videos when I was a kid. Eventually it became Roblox videos, and afterwards I uploaded my Ninjago parodies. Standard pineapple on pizza question. No pineapples for me, thank you. Ahad Gamer A asks, where are you from and what is your age? I'm from New York, and I'm 21 years old. Sarathraj Maharajan asks, streaming Pokemon games? Probably not. Like I said earlier, I would love to play through Gen 5, but that would most likely be a video series. Pip asks, if you could change anything in Paladins that's not bug related, what would it be? Also, here's a cookie. Thank you. Change something. So we're not adding something new, we're tweaking what's already here. Okay, I got it. I would separate Onslaught and King of the Hill. Also for King of the Hill, I would remove all the maps but Snowfall Junction. Marauder's Port and Magistrate's Archives play terribly in the King of the Hill format, and Trade District is a horrible map. Also, I would remove or reduce the effect of the comeback mechanic in Siege. Bad teams don't need a handicap. Natasha asks, will we ever get a face reveal? Yep, at 100,000 subs. 10% of the way there. How do you feel about Wattson in Apex? Outside of her ultimate, I think she's very weak. Arguably worse than Rampart. The fences are so obvious and super easy to take out. How do people walk into those? Beric the Forgotten asks, what or who inspired you to play Paladins for the first time? That would be my friend Alex. He first had me try the game out in 2016. The first champion I played was Fernando, and initially I did not like the game. After a break, I tried the game again in 2017, and have been playing ever since. Do you think you're going to make it in time and get the Torvald skin before it ends? Yes, I do. I'm already 23% there, I think. Vencichris asks, if you had the choice to cross over any game with Paladins, what would it be? I would have to say Apex Legends. That game is very snappy and smooth to play. It would definitely be an experience playing a less janky version of Paladins. Crepe Never Give Up asks, do you like crepes? If yes, what do you like to put on them? So, I actually haven't had a crepe since my first trip to Greece in 2007, but I remember liking them. I had one with cheese in it. And our last question to send us off is from Agile Prow, asking for a setup reveal. Here you go! I got my Gigabyte P55 laptop in the middle, my tablet where I view the stream chat on the left, my second monitor on the right when I need it, my plants on the right, and oh, my mom's feng shui statuettes and stuff. Yep, not my choice. And that's all she wrote. Once again, thank you all so much for 10,000 subscribers. I still have a few specials planned, so stay tuned. As always, I'm YellowNinja, and peace.